G'day, it's Paul here from workwithstormy.com again, and you consider this to be a bonus live. I just did one a few minutes ago, and I'm just in the mood now because the topic that I thought I was going to be doing on my 30-day challenge was actually about a bad habit that you had to break, and that actually wasn't the topic for the day, but I like that topic, so I'm just doing an extra one now, so consider it a bonus. So bad habit, I've had a few over the years, bad habits. I remember when I was very young I used to chew my fingers, not my fingernails but my fingers, and I used to actually chew the skin off, and it got so bad that it looked like I'd been attacked by a dog or something on my hands, so that was something I had to break. Also something which I still have a little bit of trouble with, and that is interrupting people, and I'm constantly working on that because it's always good to be a good listener rather than a talker. So that's something that I constantly work on, trying not to interrupt people and trying to listen better and be a better listener. But I guess really the number one thing in my life that I had to break, which was a very, very long ongoing habit, was smoking. And I actually started smoking when I was 5 years old, believe it or not. And a friend, a little kid friend of mine at the time when I was 5, actually, we went under the house, and that was my first experience of having a cigarette. And so I smoked kind of, when I was that young. Of course it was only occasional, but then it got to about 7 or 8 and I was smoking quite a lot. And when I got to 11, I was buying a packet a day with my school lunch money on the way to school, and they were selling it to me. This is 11 years old. The milk bar, what you'd call like a convenience store now, actually sold them to me then when I was 11, every day, every morning on the way to school. So anyway, so yeah, in the end I actually smoked for about 33 years, I think. And in 2004, well, what made me decide to do it, of course, because I actually enjoyed it. I really enjoyed smoking. So it wasn't that I didn't enjoy it, but and being told that it's going to kill you and all that sort of stuff really doesn't motivate most people to actually stop, which is a bit strange, I know, but that's the truth of it. But my kids were getting to the point where they wanted to go to little athletics, and I thought, well, I want to be able to try and keep up with them. And at that time, I'd go up a couple of stairs and I'd be completely stuffed and have to sit down. So that's what smoking does to you. So I thought, look, now's time. I've got to stop this. It's ridiculous. So, like most habits, though, you really have to replace it with something to effectively change it. And so I decided that I wanted to go to Masters Athletics, which is what I still do now, of course. But and in order to run and start running, of course, I was going to have to get a lot fitter than what I was, because I couldn't go more than walking a few steps without getting completely stuffed. So I decided that I'd start, at the time I was living at a place that had a lake not far away, and I wanted to actually try and see if I could run a lap of that lake. And it took me, in fact it only took me 2 weeks from actually starting to do it until I could run a whole lap of it. So just shows you that things don't take that long if you just start doing them. But anyway, I actually found giving up smoking after 33 years wasn't that difficult once I'd decided in my mind that that's what I wanted to do. And there's the lesson. If it's something that you want to do bad enough, you'll do it, and it won't be that hard, but you have to want it. So I decided I wanted to give up smoking, and I gave up basically on the spot. I didn't try and cut down like a lot of people do, and I believe that's a mistake. I just stopped. Simple as that. And I actually didn't find it all that hard, and after about 2 days I started feeling a hell of a lot better. Now I will say one thing though, about 6 months after completely giving up like that, I was at a Christmas function at a pub, and it was one of those pubs where everyone has to go outside if they want to have a smoke, and everyone was continually going outside, and the people outside, there was only a couple of us actually left inside, and it looked to me like the people outside were having way more fun than us inside. So I decided to go outside and sort of join them, but I actually had a cigarette, and but it was only that one. And you know, I thought, well, nah, that's not for me. You know, what I wanted to do obviously was run and run faster, and that's what I decided was the thing that I enjoyed, was the masters running. So, you know, that's the thing that I'd replaced the smoking with, and I still don't smoke now. So that was now what's that, 13 years ago when I gave up, and probably the best thing I ever did, and it wasn't that hard. So there you go. That was probably the worst habit, I suppose, that I had, that I had to break, and I didn't find it that hard. So, but you have to start, like everything else. You know the hashtag, just start. So you got some value from this, please comment below. If you haven't seen me do a live before, please type a 1 in the comments. And I'm walking around here outside because it's actually a very, very hot day. So I normally would sit in my car, but it's too hot. So anyway, I will see you on the next one.